question is, I just want everyone to go around and say what their name is and where they're from on Long Island.
Hi, I'm Kayla. I'm from Holbrook, New York.
I'm John. Amityville!
Brennan, from New Park, Nassau County line.
I'm Nick, Massapequa Park.
I'm Mike. I'm from Hop Hog.
I'm Emily and I'm from Holbrook.
I'm Dan. I'm from Kings Park.
I'm Anthony. I'm from
Amityville!
Alright, so can you guys just tell me if you guys have grown up on Long Island all of your life, or if you moved there, like how many years have you been on Long Island?
I've lived there all my life. 20 years.
Okay.
Born and raised.
Yeah, same thing.
Yep, 21 years.
Yep, I've been there my whole life.
Same thing since I was born.
Yep, whole life.
I just moved there when I was 15.
Okay.
So yeah.
Alright, cool.
Terrible.
Little change up.
So our next question, this brand is a lot about a lifestyle, so we're gonna ask about like what home means to you and stuff like that. Just if you could give me a detailed description of if someone said, "Oh, Long Island, what is home to you?" How would you explain that?
Say that one more time.
Okay, if someone asked you, describe home to you.
Like what
Describe
Long Island means to
yeah,
me?
what it means to you. What is home? You don't have to go first.
Okay, someone else go. They put me on the spot.
Personally, I think of all American. That's
All
home to
American?
me, yeah. I think of BMWs and Mercedes everywhere. A lot of really affluent people.
You from
Not a lot of diversity.
Are you from which town?
Yeah, from Amityville! And it's just the suburbs, pretty much.
Alright.
Yeah.
I think
I kind of think of like the beaches, like whatever, it's mad nice. Always like kind of like a happy place. I don't know. Go to the beaches, hang out.
Yeah, the people make it and like really good like local shops with bakeries and like delis.
Yeah.
I think it's very family oriented and there's a lot of like local businesses that everyone likes to support. We like to support the locals, the local businesses.
Long Island.
Bagels.
Yeah.
Bagels.
Like Long Island, I feel like everyone on Long Island knows each other in some sort of way.
Everyone's connected.
Yeah, I feel like it's just, I don't know. I don't know.
Anything?
You know, yeah. You know what these guys say.
Tribute day.
Bernie?
Yeah, that's cool. Yeah.
Yeah, basically.
Like my parents grew up in my town and my grandparents grew up on Long Island. so
Yeah,
it's
like a lot of people stay when they're born in Long Island, like stay in Long Island.
Yeah, I feel like
Because you have
more people
everything.
born there than
Generations of people, yeah.
move there.
And everyone says like you always get like all 4 seasons. You know,
Yeah.
it's just almost like.
That is
Yeah,
crazy.
no matter where you are, you're like 10 minutes to the beach,
Right.
10 minutes to a park, 10
An
minutes
hour
to a
from the
store.
city.
Mhm.
Yeah, you're close to the city.
Yeah.
You got everything you need.
Beaches, city.
Nicely said.
Yeah, that's good. Alright, so next, describe your favorite parts of Long Island and why those parts of Long Island are so meaningful. And I mean like specific, so I know some of you were saying beaches, tell me like where.
Oh, I love Robert Moses Beach.
Okay.
I love Montauk. Montauk's awesome because you have everything to do there. You have the beach, you have shops, you can go camping, you can get Ben and Jerry's. You can't get that, no, but like the real store.
The real one.
My favorite would probably be Fire Island. Just because I've vacationed there when I was younger. And I don't know. It's cool, you can walk everywhere. There's stores.
What
Close to
specific
the
parts
beach.
in Fire Island?
Probably Ocean Beach. Just because that's where I've been going.
I like the Hamptons. You know, like rent out a house there, go out there, you know, have a good time on the beach,
Yeah.
like shops and stuff, like they were saying.
Town.
I like Tobay Beach because it has that big like pencil monument you always pass when you go to the beach.
Yeah.
It's like a
I
good
like
landmark.
Jones Beach.
I call it Tobay
We go to
Beach.
Tobay.
Yeah.
You do go to Tobay.
Do you guys like Ocean Parkway?
Yeah, that's
Ocean
where
Parkway.
What do you guys like to do?
That's just
Yeah, what do you guys do on
That's
Ocean Parkway?
Yeah, I'm messing my beaches.
It's a nice drive, Ocean Parkway.
Beautiful, beautiful view.
You guys?
Cupside.
I would say the Hamptons, specifically Cupside Beach.
Dunes Road over there. A lot of wealthy people live over there, so driving down the beach it's like one lane, so you get to see all the houses and stuff. Yeah.
Good answer.
I just like all of it. You know, Central Long Island. There's just so much to see.
There's a
You
lot.
know what else nice? Port Jeff.
Oh, good one.
Port
Port
Jeff's
Jeff.
nice. They have,
Sayville.
and that's not even nice just during the summer. Like
Sport.
during
Beautiful
during the
Bridgeport.
winter, you can go ice skating. They have like an ice skating rink. They have shops. Great
Loading
town.
shops.
And the Long Island Railroad.
What? No.
Yeah.
Shout out to Long Island.
Yeah, because the Long Island Railroad can take
It's
you
the
to
worst
many
thing
places.
ever.
Alright.
It could
They
take
actually
you to
only
the
take
end.
you-
A lot of other
It could
places
take
don't
you to
have
only
the
to.
take you to the city.
Yeah, but it could take you to the city back. We need to go to your friend's
Where you
town.
trying to
take
go,
a
Atlantic
train right
Terminal?
there. One train.
Are you
Alright.
trying to say that there's only
Good
two?
answer.
What I like.
Oh,
Good
yeah.
answer. What I like about it.
Wrap it up for it.
Alright.
Alright, no, yeah, we want to hear all the answers. Okay. So take a minute and think about characteristics of a typical Long Islander and that lifestyle. Is it like if someone asks you, okay, describe someone you went to high school with, or someone you grew up with, or your town, the people in your town. Yeah, just think about it, and then when you have something. come on.
Outgoing people like to do things in the outdoors.
Like what in the outdoors?
Long Island's usually big for like their sports. Like many people play like lacrosse, yeah. Like wherever you go, there's always like a lacrosse player from Long
A lot of
Island.
athletes, I
Yeah.
feel like.
I feel like even if you don't know someone on Long Island too, like you know them. If you're on a sports team at least, you know them. Like you've heard their name before.
Yeah.
So I don't know. People like the beach. People like to surf.
Yeah.
People like to go out and eat.
Yeah,
'Cause we have really good food around.
Yeah, the sport team's a big thing. The football teams are really good in Long Island. Give them that.
I feel like some
Accents.
people
Yeah.
portray us as like mean people. Not mean
Yeah.
people, but
It's like a
like
sense of arrogance.
Snotty,
Yeah.
wealthy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
sense of arrogance, I like
like
that.
stereotype.
honesty.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Terrible, like sensitive
terrible
elements.
accents.
Okay, so
Italian accents.
Yeah, accents. That's a good one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what
So
that-
could you say like, I know Long Island's obviously part of New York, but would you say it's a different type of person than a
Yes.
New Yorker?
In the
It
city,
creates its own
yeah.
I
personality
hate
and
when people
everything.
say Long Islanders don't think they're from New York. Marissa.
Alright.
Well, Marissa's from upstate New York. It's a good comparison.
Yeah.
We have a very different lifestyle than Marissa does.
Yeah,
That's
definitely.
right. Nicely said.
Yeah.
I agree.
Alright,
People
so
hard.
Way different.
So this hat brand, like a couple of them are passed around. They're gonna have this patch either like literally stitched into it or the patch put on the hat. And the half of the issue is like what colors to make the hat, where to distribute the hat, and he Kevin, the guy that's making them, has like a couple of those questions that you guys are like kind of answering right now in just in areas of like where what Long Islanders do. So let's see. Do you hold on 1 second. You can go. Okay, that's fine. All right. So another question is, why do you think it's important to support your hometown area? Do you think that this hat should be sold in like more touristy places? Like I know people say Montauk, the Hamptons, but those are summery places. So do you think that this should be in our hometowns? Should it be in
You said
touristy
it's gonna
places? Should it
say
be?
locals only, right?
Yes, this is it.
So if it's locals only, I would not attract tourists because you're breaking down your target market to essentially one person or one group, and this demographic is strictly Long Islanders.
Yep.
So the tourist aspect of it, I would not suggest because locals only, it's like almost like a sense of like a membership or a club or so to
Yeah.
speak. So therefore, for saying that, I think you have to target to strictly Long Island members. So I would stay away from the tourist aspect.
I'd have to agree because like in the city, like they have teachers say like I love New York, and like tourists could get that because like they went and visited, but like locals only, that's like it's just like one target market. It's like
I think if I saw locals only and I wasn't a local, I'd be like, alright, like, not for me, you know, like, it's not,
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
you know, so like, so I would do it more in like actual, like, non-tourist places, so I wouldn't market it like in the Hamptons or Montauk, something like that, because that's mostly not Long Islanders who would go there. If it's like at, you know, Kings Park, Holbrook, something like that, maybe more people would buy it.
Yeah.
I feel some people in like Sag Harbor who live there year round, which is like a select few, are very like I don't know into their. It's literally like like very community based. Yeah, it's like a cult, literally.
Yeah.
Like, where they don't like tourists coming in and stuff. So
Yeah.
I think those kinds of people, even sometimes in Montauk too. Like I know on the beaches, there's certain beaches where like you literally cannot go there or surf there if you're not from Montauk. Like they don't even want you in their way.
Yeah.
So I feel like that could be people who would buy it, but
Or maybe like the people in Montauk who are actually from Long
Right.
Island, who are like sick and tired of all these tourists coming in.
Right.
Like, hey, locals only.
Yeah.
Wearing this hat.
See, so like that's like that's like half the issue because like also I know that I do spend like we were saying like you spend the summer in the Hamptons, right? Like I spend every summer in Montauk, so like are we missing out on that market? Thank you. Are we missing out on that market if we don't, you know what I mean, distribute out there? But I also have another question. Do you guys think that people would be interested if these hats had to do with hometowns?
yeah.
I think so, yeah. It'd be really
Because
cool.
I feel like the locals only is like, it's making you, the people who see that hat when you're like, so if you're a tourist, you're not from there, you see that hat immediately, it gives you a sense like they're forming their own clique, so to speak. So like what, I feel funny like
Yeah.
around that.
Yeah.
But if you do individual towns, then people who are not from those towns take less offense to it. It's more of a sense of pride.
Yeah.
So if you change up the name, I think you get more, you can expand your target market. By choosing that specific name, you really narrow down your actual, the market in and of itself.
Yeah.
I
You
agree.
guys agree? So do you think?
Spoke for all of us.
So you guys think that like wearing like if they added hometown like towns
Yeah,
on this
I
hat,
think-
it would be better. Like
Yeah.
even if you did something like back here, like Massapequa.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah. Because everybody wants to.
Because that narrows it down a lot
Everybody
too.
kind of wants to like show off where they're from and like
Yeah, that'd be
just
kinda
gives you like a sense of pride from like where
Yeah.
you came from almost. Like
Yeah.
I always like to brag about Long Island, like hence the arrogance, obviously. But yeah, like I don't know, I'm proud. I'm from Long Island, I'm proud. So like I
Alright,
like to
so-
show it off.
Quick question: would you guys buy something like this?
No, I'm kidding.
I don't wear hats.
Yes.
So no. But I could see people who would buy that.
I think they're very preppy people buying that. I think that goes to more like a preppy.
Like high school young kids, I feel like will
Yeah.
buy it. Like high school
I feel
preppy
like-
I
kids.
feel like
In high school, I
surfers
could-
Yeah,
would
surfers.
buy it.
I have like 50 hats and I wouldn't touch this hat.
Really? Why?
I don't know, it's just too
It's not a
clicky.
flat
It's
top.
too. It's the locals only. It's very. I don't know, if I saw anyone wearing that hat, I'd be like, yo, this person's probably a douche. Excuse my language.
Okay.
Personally, I don't wear hats either. But like if it was like a brand like on a shirt, I probably still wouldn't wear it either because that like fits the stereotype that you're like
Yeah, that's true.
arrogant and all this stuff. So
At least if you add like towns
Yeah,
to
if
it,
it's a
you're
town, that's,
creating
like,
a
a lot
sense of
different.
unity.
Yeah.
That you can basically say like I'm from Long Island, but
Yeah.
this is my team. So like maybe if you're watching like a high school football game and you're from New Hyde Park and they're playing Massapequa,
Yeah.
like you have the New Hyde Park, there's a sense of unity against the New Hyde Park community and a sense of unity with the Massapequa community.
Yeah.
So therefore that could be like, so yeah, I think your idea about maybe putting the name on the back of the hat gives you definitely a better chance of marketing this product and making it successful.
Yeah. Hold on 1 second. So we can just we don't have to do a video anymore. One of our other questions was if these hats were affiliated with sports teams, like do you think that would also help, like you were saying?
Yeah,
Maybe.
has
Like
that
maybe-
work?
Professional?
like-
Like high
Like
school.
I don't
equals only?
Well, we were leaving it open, like I
Like
don't
high
mean,
school
like,
teams?
maybe like
Oh,
this,
is it
since
being
this is
recorded
such a
right
local,
now?
yeah. Since this is such a local like brand, we were saying Massapequa. Even what about?
Well, yeah, I was gonna say like maybe like I mean it kind of looks like some of the hats like kind of look sporty. So if you had like a Massapequa lacrosse and like it
People
could
would
be
buy-
like a group thing, like the whole lacrosse team, like they buy them both. They all get the same hats,
Yeah.
like Massapequa lacrosse, Massapequa football, or the specific town.
But I think
where
like
you're
I
from.
feel like no one else would buy it unless you're on the sports team. Like if all the
If
football
you
kids
do
were
that.
wearing it, then like if another kid who was on the football team, like oh like, so you're not on the football team, you can't wear that hat, kind of thing. I don't know.
Yeah, and I
Yeah.
feel
I
like
can see
I feel
that
like you would need more than just a couple high school kids on
Yeah.
the lacrosse team
To wear it.
to be like brand, you know,
To be
for
successful with it,
Yeah.
I think it would be a good like feature to add to it, like have like a general like locals only hat and then like a separate group where you could buy like specific hats,
Mhm.
like
Yeah,
sports teams.
towns and
Yeah.
school teams and whatnot.
You
Yeah.
gotta equate production costs too, because it's like you're doing this for every town, and
and you're spitting out tons of labels for these different hats, your production costs are going to go through the roof, and you can't afford for a startup business to be doing that. So you have to have a general foundation.
I literally
You got finance too over here. We're out of douche.
Okay. If these hats were, first of all, would you guys be willing to buy this hat? Most of you said
No.
no.
I wouldn't be
Maybe.
willing to buy any hat. Period.
Okay.
So no.
It would
I mean,
depend.
maybe.
It all depends on how trendy it becomes. Like it's like anything
Yeah.
else in the fashion industry. Like if you
No, who would
start,
buy it?
it depends. Like I mean, there's fashion trends each and everywhere. If people starting around Long Island were willing and accepting of wearing it, then yeah, I think you'll see more people buy it. But it all depends if it hits off or not, and that's the hardest thing to predict when you produce a new product.
But I feel like the trucker hat, like the mesh material, like I'm wearing one right now. Like I don't know. I feel like it's kind of like going through like a trend right now, where like people are buying it. So like maybe like to the high school group, like that's like the things. Like I mean, we're in college now, so I don't know like the high school thing, but
Yeah.
I just don't see a grown man with kids like buying this hat and wearing it around.
It has to be young,
yeah,
Yeah,
that
well,
would
like,
like 30 and younger.
I'm not.
Rich
Well,
preppy dads wearing the hat.
Yeah.
who?
Yeah, like rich preppy dads
Yeah,
wearing the
maybe.
I
hat.
think Rich Preppy Dads is more of like a polo type hat, where it's like
Yeah, like they're might
more of
spend
like
money on it.
Vineyard Vine kind of stuff. Yeah, you're talking
yeah,
about.
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like not where
That's
it's like
like-
the mesh in the
Yeah,
back.
sure.
Like the mesh in the hat's more like sporty for like younger.
Yeah.
I think like a younger
Yeah.
crowd.
Visor.
Visor.
That's fine. All right. How much do you guys typically spend on hats, and what is the price that you would think this hat would be?
$16.99.
That's
I
how
say,
much
like,
you typically
usually-
pay, or do you think that's what it would be?
Maybe like 20, I guess, right?
20 max.
I
Yeah.
think like 30 to 40.
Yeah, like hats
Really?
Hats
like hats like
that's
these are like
$30,
30. Yeah,
you know?
usually
That's
$30.
kind of nice. That's nice.
Like for that, I paid like probably like $15. You
Yeah.
know, like something
Yeah,
like
I'd
that.
say
Like
15 for that hat.
But I like the new era hats, like the other hats
Yeah.
that I wear, like 35, like
Yeah,
some
from
of
like
them.
lids or
Yeah,
something.
like the
Yeah.
lids hats and stuff like that.
I just
Yeah.
can't see him making any money off of $15. I know it'd be hard to sell at first, but and you're gonna have
Is
to
this
price
actually
it low,
happening?
but
Oh.
yeah, I don't. I feel like he's gonna be kind of in a pinch when it comes to pricing.
I feel the patch is kind of expensive to get all those patches.
That was, and that's another reason why he went with this too.
embroidery, yeah.
Because this is a lot cheaper, just doing it right on the.
Yeah, I agree. But the patch is nicer, I would say.
You like the patch better.
No.
Because like I, being a girl, would not wear those.
Yeah.
I mean,
Right.
I wouldn't wear it either.
Like you like
Well,
that.
that's
on
different,
on
right?
a guy,
That's like a baseball hat.
on a guy,
And
I
that's
would
kind
like
of
the
more of
patch is
like
nicer.
a older man, like dad kind
Yeah,
of hat.
yeah.
You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Like that.
Yeah.
That would attract more to like an older crowd.
I feel a girl would
That's
wear a
more-
hat
that's
like that
more-
too.
It's more unisex too. Like
Yeah,
Because
definitely.
that's like the
Yeah.
what is that, like the belt buckle or the buckle back? I don't even know
Yeah,
what they
a
call
girl
it.
would wear that hat.
Yeah, a girl could wear
But
that.
but I would think that a patch would be nicer for a guy.
Like for the
Yeah.
for all
For
three
the
of them, or for the two black ones.
The two black ones.
Would you guys be interested in seeing this hat in a different style, or do you think that for what he's doing, these three hats styles are the best? Like, should he be doing beanies? Should he? Be
I kind of like the visor.
Yeah, visor's good.
I think visor's
People
good.
would buy bucket hats.
Yeah, bucket
that's what I was
hats. Bucket hats and visor would be good
Grandma
too.
People
to
would
take
buy-
after him.
Yeah.
Nantucket buckets.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Very funny.
Yeah. He's killing
Good
it.
idea.
So you guys think bucket hats?
I mean, like bucket
People
hats
buy
are
that.
kind of just like I don't know.
It's a
I
cool
kind of
summer
like
thing.
these styles.
That's a high school kid thing.
Yeah.
Perfect.
I just think the locals only really limits him.
That's
Because
yeah.
with the Nantucket buckets, like it's the city that he's from.
And tourists
it's,
love
it's
it.
It's like a catchy phrase.
Yeah.
Like,
Locals
even if you
only
don't
is
even know
saying.
what it is, you'd still wear it.
Yeah,
Exactly. Just like hearing it, just like hearing the brand, like literally just like.
Like, let's say his thing was called like Nantucket only. Like, I wouldn't go and
Yeah.
buy that hat.
Yeah.
You know, so like,
Nantucket buckets, right?
yeah, Nantucket
Yeah.
buckets.
You make it like you're an exclusive club that you cannot, unless you have like access to that. Like,
Yeah.
that's where to believe it or not, like these type of items, like Long Island items, like if it was just something with Long Island just related without the locals only, I think he's increasing his market because people who visit Long Island will then be willing to buy. Hey, look what I got from Long Island when I
Like,
went.
no
to visit.
tourist is gonna buy a hat that says
Locals only
Yeah.
because it's like an exclusive thing.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
my
Because
issue-
they're not a local. So
Yeah.
it's just ironic when you're wearing the hat. It's like locals only, but
Yeah.
Okay.
What is the patch? Let me see the patch. That thing. Does it have like a Long Island outline?
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Inside it says
Oh,
locals
that's what
only.
it is.
This is the thing. He's like trying to sell this hat and brand as a lifestyle. Like that's what he keeps saying. He's like, I'm selling a lifestyle. I'm selling a lifestyle. I'm selling like a Long Islanders lifestyle, and that's why I'm only selling it to this target market. But like that's what we're trying to figure out if there even is.
I don't even
for
think
it.
there's a life. Like I don't even think there's a
I mean,
specific
I
lifestyle.
think he tries to live like an outgoing, adventurous, like going like I don't even know how to explain it. Like go out and adventure into like the woods and like find like I don't know.
Wait, who is that?
I think that's what he's like trying to get at with like
Yeah.
the lifestyle.
He
Like
lives here.
go take like scenic pictures, like
Go, yeah,
on like
nah.
cool views. Like is that what he's trying to get at? Like is that the lifestyle? Like what's
Right.
the lifestyle?
There's plenty like
That's what I don't get.
People in
like,
the
what's he
Hamptons
going
don't
for?
live
I
the
think
same
he's trying
lifestyle
to make
as
up like an
people in
image for Long Island, like
Center-
clothing and
yes.
set like that
Central
tone. So like,
Iceland.
oh, you're wearing, oh, somebody's wearing that clothing, then oh yeah, they're from Long Island. But
I think. Oh, sorry.
no, go ahead. No.
Like that to me, that hat would relate to a beach. I don't know
Yeah.
why, but I'm thinking like some like I'm
Yeah.
saying
I
someone
say,
said
I'm
well,
picturing the
Iceland
beach
is
at
not
that,
going
honestly. Like,
not going to wear that. Like I'm literally
Yeah.
thinking of the only places that I would even sell it at is like Robert Moses.
like one of those shot like
Madison.
stands outside
Yeah,
of the beach
like
around
something like
Moses.
that.
Yeah,
That's-
I'll pick
that's
up this
the
hat for
only
10
way.
Maybe it
bucks.
does
Like,
have to
I'm
be.
hammered, why not?
Maybe it does have to be like just for like Montauk, the hair.
That's what I'm
Yeah.
thinking. That's
For,
when I
like,
first had
kinda
on
like
the other,
that type
like a
of
beachy
market.
hat. Like
people get so
Yeah,
crazy
just
with
like a
that.
surfer type
Sayville,
of
a lot of Sayville people are a little.
yeah, maybe something like that. More preppy towns, but like
Yeah.
CI Brentwood, you
No
know,
one's
not,
buying that hat.
no
Yeah.
one's wearing
Like
that
the
hat.
gym, maybe. I could see someone wearing that in the gym.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I agree.
But I feel like they wouldn't buy it like from the gym. Like I feel like they would buy it when they were at the beach.
And then wear it to the
Yeah.
Yeah, you couldn't sell that at like. You'd have to be like
Yeah, I think
smart
it's,
where you would sell it.
it's definitely like a seasonal kind of thing. Like
Surf shop.
I could see it.
Yeah,
Like
surf shops.
I feel like there is a target market for it, but it's a small one. It's more for like younger people.
Yeah.
That's
feel
extremely
like-
hard to do on a startup.
I know. I feel like anybody over like 18 would not wear this. Well, yeah.
Catch me wearing a nice
You don't
summer.
think anyone over 18? Wait, Nick. You don't think
Yes,
anyone over 18 would
Mr.
wear this?
Fowler.
I
didn't see
don't. I
it.
mean, I feel
Oh, I
like
think so.
obviously some people would buy it, but over 18 people would be like, that hat's like not cool.
I think people would buy it over 18.
You do?
I think like past like
I
20,
think-
like
I think like
mid-20s.
25 and
Yeah.
younger. But like you never know.
Or like the middle-aged adult.
Who wants to be young and hip?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's like a 35-year-old
Yeah.
and then like a 16-year-old. But in between that, like I don't see anybody.
I see like people on Dune Road wearing those
Small
hats, like, on their
target
market.
bikes. Like
Yeah,
that's
That's what I'm
I
saying.
picture
Those
people wearing
people
that
out
hat.
east are so like I don't know, all
Roasted
about the
maybe,
local like
Yeah.
local like
It's up there.
community.
It's a local.
Yeah. Natatuck.
Yeah, like that's where I'm picturing those
Yeah.
hats being worn.
So like you guys are. That's actually our next question. Where would be the best place to sell them? You guys are now
East.
thinking like
East
Fire
End.
Island, Montauk.
Yeah.
Which is
Yeah.
Fire Island. Well, a lot of
Definitely.
tourists go to Fire
I'm thinking the East End, like
Yeah.
all out there.
yeah.
Even like I mean near us, like Tovey,
Northport.
like it's kind of like I mean like it's kind of got I don't know, it has like no really ring to it, but like I could see people at, like the beach kind of wearing this hat, like with the Long Island kind of tag in the background, like I don't know.
I like the logo. It's just like the locals only part's the only thing that like,
Yeah, I
Logos
like
like that.
the logo.
like he can expand the market a lot if he took the locals only off
Mm,
Yeah.
and change it to something else.
mm.
Maybe look for something catchier, like a
Yeah.
trend, like a catchy phrase or
Dude, like,
something.
I saw like a business on Shark Tank that was literally like, it was the same thing as this. It was just like, you can get any state, so you can get
Yes, but
Arizona, and it just
hometown-
says home.
Yeah.
You know, it's
Yeah.
like if home, it's like something different. Like
Yeah.
I said, it's that's
Or
like,
like make.
I saw that episode.
yeah.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Like I would honestly buy this hat if it didn't even say locals only, it just had the patch.
Yeah.
But now that the locals only on, it makes me want to buy
Yeah.
Or maybe even just said
I
I would
locals.
consider buying
it. Yeah, or just like locals.
Fresh locals.
Yeah.
Something like that.
I'm
I
always
think-
getting
I
it.
think
just
I
like
know this is off topic, but for this hat, I would offer, like you said before, I would offer like a winter hat or like a beanie or whatever that is. So you increase the seasonal output. So like this way you could sell it at different items and different costs. Because what happens is when you have this hat, you're only gonna buy this hat during the summer.
Yeah.
So you're making your sales at one point. And
Yeah, you have
Or we could expand to
one
not-
season to sell in, one
Yeah.
target group to sell in. It's very limited.
Yeah.
Like if you switch it to like a beach theme, like you don't have to put it on hats, you can put it on like umbrellas or like beach towels. Like I just feel like a hat and locals
And-
only like is for like.
Oh yeah, beach
That's
towels
actually-
is a good idea.
Yeah.
Then expand into other.
No, that's actually another. He even said he's not going into clothes definitely, but he was like looking into like stickers, like laptop stickers
Yeah,
and
like
stuff
that.
like that.
people
So
would
if
buy
he
that.
grew-
People.
Yeah, people would buy those stickers a
Yeah.
lot more.
Yeah.
Now, do you know if he's patenting this or? You have no idea.
We're gonna steal his idea.
Yeah. Please don't.
If you run into problems with licensing fees.
Okay. Oh my
I'm not
god.
joking.
Alright,
Hi,
so,
Mr. Wonderful.
so our next question is,
Every
do you
dog
think
is
that
like
this
you.
product needs to be sold in a store? Do people need to see this to be able to buy it, or do you think it could definitely do well online, even if he was selling it through Instagram or social media, something like that?
I think whenever something like a hat, like online, is fine because like you don't need to explain like how to do it. You know, like you know what I mean. So like, for example, if I have a new product and like I need to explain like the steps of how to use it. Like you would need to have like an in-store like demonstration. But like when it's just a hat, like something as simple as
Just
like
like the design.
a logo of Long Island, we can figure it out. You know, so like a Long Island hat, you just like buy it online probably.
And also, since it's a snapback, it's not a one fit size, so it doesn't feel like you have to try it on.
Yeah.
So therefore, if you have a description of the hat, how high it is, high brim, low brim. Actually, one of our friends were buying that because Owen was doing that the other day. So like if they have descriptions on the hat, and since it's a snapback, yeah, I don't think online would be an issue at all. So
Yeah.
Well, I personally think you should buy the hat in the store because like the only reason I wear hats and like pick out a hat is if it, like the way it fits my head, like you know what I mean. Like I don't like not trying on a hat and just like ordering it offline. If it doesn't like fit me right, like I don't wear it. Like this Patagonia, like I mean, it's the only reason I wear the hats is because like I just think I like the way it fits my head. You know
I
what I
think
mean?
you look hot in it.
Yeah, I think I look hot, man.
Especially after you do your
I do my hair. This is my favorite thing to do.
I think that he's not. I think he could sell them online, but I think he should have them in stores too because I don't think people are gonna really notice this online right away. Like I think if they're selling them at the beaches this summer, they'll get a spark and like have like.
If he advertised it with people on the beach, pictures of people wearing it on the beach,
Yeah, then
he'd
I think
probably
you would do.
Yeah.
The
There
thing
you
what
go.
Graham does on Nintendo Buckets, like you see, it's his like is a lifestyle that all the people wearing his buckets are at the beach, like exploring something, having fun.
Catching sharks.
Yeah, catching sharks, like straight stuff. Yeah, like it makes you like all right, like I think a beach kind of hat. Yeah. And like
Yeah, pose for the picture. Is it reeling in like a 5
Okay, like
pound
a
shark?
Get like the shark wearing the hat too.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
also on like Graham's Instagram, like I don't think you buy the hats on Instagram. Like he just promotes his company through it. So I mean, I feel like that'd be a good thing for him to do, is like promote through Instagram.
Yeah, I think that'd be
Yes, he definitely wants to do that.
Yeah,
So-
you can just take pictures of you in the hat all over Long Island in all different places.
Yeah, like the landmarks. Like the
Okay.
pencil.
I like
Yeah.
that. Alright, so wait, so online as an option or not?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Both.
Definitely an
Yeah, do
option.
both. I was doing both.
Yeah, both.
Both.
I mean, maybe in store seasonally, like during the beach season, like that's when you can get it in store. I mean, like in stores, like
Genius.
I know.
You're a
I'm
genius,
always
man.
thinking.
That's a very good idea.
Yeah, I've got like working. You know what I mean? Got me thinking.
Alright, I know I kind of asked this already, but would you guys buy other products made by locals only brand if there were other options besides hats? Like
Yeah.
stickers?
Stickers,
maybe
yeah,
laptops?
Yeah, maybe that laptop sticker.
I'd probably buy like a beach towel.
Yeah.
Just cause like
You
I'm
would be-
like
so
sold
you're
on the
the
beach,
beach
it's a
towel
beach
guy.
theme thing. You know what I mean? So like I think that's not weird if you have like a locals only like beach towel. Like it's perfect. But if I'm rocking a hat to like a random place, and like wow,
Look at
look at
this.
this
Yeah.
kid.
Yeah.
He's got like a logo.
Yeah.
Like a towel, you're just like wow, like fresh
Maybe
towel.
a little sporting good, like a
Yeah,
frisbee,
big
like
logos
Yeah.
locals only frisbee.
Flip
Yeah.
flops.
That'd be cool, yeah.
Flip flops is a good idea.
I just don't think it's
I don't
good
think he
for
wants
like
to do clothes, but
clothing
Yeah.
attire. It's good for everything besides
a
clothing
car.
attire.
Keychain.
Bumper
keychain.
sticker.
Yeah.
Bumper
Bumper sticker.
Yeah.
About country clubs. Called those only.
That sounds
a
the
big
name of
jump.
the country club, right?
Yeah, complete off course.
We're expanding now.
A beach bag. That's a
tote.
good.
Oh,
even,
a tote.
even like we were talking about on sun hats. Like, would you guys buy something that said in script locals only on a beach hat?
That'd be cute.
Or like sunglasses
People
and it has
have
it on the side, like little Long Island logos on.
But do you guys like
Not wear those.
Do I like
never
mine?
wear those.
Alright, that's alright.
Do you guys like these ideas more than the hat? Like, do you
Yeah.
think
Yeah.
that he's going?
Honestly, that's probably the last thing on my list.
Really?
No,
Yeah,
I think
I'd rather
the
buy
hat's a
like
good idea.
socks.
No, I
than
think
that.
hats like hats out there.
Socks.
Where you,
Yeah,
where you
socks.
can't.
That's a little
Where
low.
you
blow. I
can't-
think the
Socks
hat's
where you
pretty
can't
stickers.
see them.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
The whole point is building a brand.
I feel like you're right to say you're gonna get judged. That's basically what I'm saying.
Yeah, but if you're carrying the bag, you're not gonna get judged.
No, because that's like different. Like,
Right,
you're not
you
showing
want-
off that hard hat on your head. Like,
Hey, it was
But
all
you just
bad.
only, if I
It's
wear
the
it,
first
you're
thing
right.
you
You're like,
look
alright, that's like cool.
But you're getting
Yeah.
judged showing off. You're
Yeah, but
Your
it's
pride.
different.
at. Yeah.
Clothes
you
wear
had
is
pride in
different
that
than,
hat,
like,
Evo.
ah,
Come on.
I think
Okay,
keep
well,
lanyard would be
orange
cool
juice.
too.
yeah.
I think the
drink
hat and
that,
stickers are
Long
good.
Long Island's on one.
Yeah, stickers is cool. I think keychains would be cool. And beach towel, I'll give you that. That's a good one.
What about my frisbee?
Frisbee's cool, I
Yeah.
guess.
Yeah.
Picture like
Yeah.
locals only spinning.
Yeah, like locals only can jam.
Yeah. I'll love
I
that.
like a
No,
flag.
instead of
Freak
the
out.
thing in the
Yeah,
middle, it
like
have
one of
the
those
cutout
flags.
of
Oh,
logo.
yeah. What?
Bingo,
Instead of
Shark
having
Tank.
like the can jam, like just the rectangle, have a Long Island cutout. You can
Oh.
do that.
That's lit.
I'm
I'm
actually
gonna
business
show that.
major.
Let's patent it. Patent it. Licensing.
Yeah, license.
Yeah, license
Licensing
fees come
ready.
out.
We don't want to
Yeah,
get. We
license
don't want to get hit hard. It's a little bit focus shoot.
It's dope. Yeah, it's fucking hot at the time.
Alright. How would you guys, I know we talked about this a little too, but how would you guys think that this would need to be promoted? Through
Social
what
media.
channels? What,
Social
like, what
network.
type of...
Yeah, social networking. And
Don
like,
Mazzetti's his only hope.
Yeah.
I don't know who that is.
YouTube stuff.
Oh, he's a Long Island meathead.
It's
Girls
like
wearing
hilarious.
bikinis and wearing the hat.
Yeah.
Boys with good
Yeah.
bodies wearing the hat.
or if you went to like a beach and just started handing out like stickers.
Oh,
And
Yeah.
And then word of mouth just travels.
Oh, like I'm a beacher. I'm
Where'd you
like a
get that sticker?
DJ
And then like,
promoting
oh,
it.
like
Yeah,
Yeah.
localsonly.com.
yeah.
People that come
Like
to
beach
us.
parties.
Yeah, it's like a dating website. Locals
Yeah.
only.
No, it actually does.
So like, what is like?
That's true.
What's like the brand? Like,
Yeah,
it's,
so
alright,
hats
so
are
like,
like-
no, I didn't make
I
that.
didn't
So
think
like,
about that.
I'm on the website and like they're promoting this hat to me. What kind of person's wearing this hat? Is he in like a biker gang?
Yeah, just be
And like riding him, like I don't get it. Like,
See, that's-
what is the locals only? Like, what is
That's
it supposed
that's
to
like
be?
what we're trying to figure out. Like,
Like,
he's
Is that what he wants to figure out, or he knows?
So he wants
No,
to
like,
portray
he's-
like a
he
Long
know or he
Island.
doesn't know?
he thinks he knows. Like, he thinks that he has this one lifestyle that Long Islanders live, but like now asking all you guys, we clearly have figured out that there's not one
There's not.
lifestyle.
He is like
It's a range of
The
people.
great
And
thing
like
about
he's,
Long Island, I'm sorry to interrupt, is there's variety. If I want to go to Nassau County and
Love
people are close and I want to go to the city, boom.
Preach.
I want to go to the beaches.
Love it.
I want to go to a sports arena. I can go to
Yeah.
the Coliseum, whatever. The
So
Coliseum.
it's also
I
hard
can-
to...
If I want to go out to Suffolk, I get bigger backyards, I get more space, and I get more of like an upstate type of feel. But at the same time, I'm still in Long Island.
Mhm.
The great thing about Long Island is variety,
Mhm.
and I think that that's what Long Island prides itself on. And I really should have pointed that out in the beginning. But so when you have variety, you don't have this one individual makeup. So when you're trying to
The
make
local.
you're trying to make us like for our
And
own
local.
personality.
Mhm.
Long Islanders, I would say, have all different personalities.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have our generalities,
Mhm.
but at the same time, we all are specified from different backgrounds.
Mhm.
So I think that's what makes Long Island so unique in a sense.
yeah.
So
So
I
maybe advertise like a little old lady wearing a hat. Really, like
No.
an old lady wearing a hat, like a young kid wearing a hat, like a biker
Serious
gang
or
guy
not?
wearing a hat,
No, but
a
like
kid at
even
the beach wearing a hat.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Our-
There's too many like personalities for like Long
Yeah.
Island to like
Yeah.
give like a specific
Like, the
brand.
stereotype is like wrong.
So it could be like embracing everybody
so
into locals only.
so no. Well,
That's
that's
where
it's- That's a good
the
sales
thing.
pitch
Are
right there.
they?
It's going.
Is it like going to be too hard because we feel that you guys feel this way
Yeah.
about everyone being different? Like, no, I don't want to be part of this group because especially because people that aren't from Long Island kind of look at Long Islanders like arrogantly. So do you think this is like just trying
I
to
guess it's like-
categorize
yeah, it's
everyone?
like
you know?
portraying everybody.
it just
Yeah.
goes back to the name because
Yeah.
like the only makes me feel like like we're all wearing this hat. Someone walks past us on the street and they're from a different town. Like, oh, these guys are like too cool or like too good
Yeah.
for us. Like,
Yeah.
oh, locals only. Like, I guess we can't. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it gives off almost like a bad vibe.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I like the whole idea except for the
Bad
name.
Bad vibe. Okay.
Creepy type feel.
You could just do a dating website instead.
I just told a person like,
I met my wife at locals only.
Yeah, with the hat. I always wanted a Long Island girl. And I finally found one on localsonly.com.
Alright, well, all of you being from Long Island, and are all of you on social media?
Yes.
Okay, so all of you being from Long Island, not even buying a product from this brand, but would you guys at least follow them and be part of like that community?
We like followed on social media.
Yeah.
You're saying?
Yeah,
I think it
to
was
see
more
if
like
they-
the beach one. Like if that's what for me, like I'm saying, that's what I've been saying. I see that as like a beach hat, like a summertime thing. So like if that like in Nantucket Buckets, that's like a cool account like to follow. Like if it was something like that, then I'd follow it. But if it's just like lame, then no.
But I'm not gonna go out of my way to follow it. They would have to follow me first. So therefore, they grasp my attention.
Yeah, they're
so
gonna get
therefore,
your
I'm going to
attention.
look at their page, and then I'm going to make my judgment if I want to follow them back or not.
Yeah.
Therefore.
What about you guys?
Yeah, I'd follow it. I think they would need definitely good like advertising and stuff. I wouldn't. I mean, if they had more products too, I think that would make me want to follow it more than just the hats. Me not being a hat person.
I think it's hard to advertise for them because I feel like he doesn't even know like his actual like target market of people. So like, I feel like it's hard for him to even know who to advertise to.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like the miscellaneous items would really help too.
Yeah.
Kind of
I
like
think
the
so.
keychains, the frisbees, whatever
Yeah,
it
you
is.
gotta like start with that, then work your way up.
The laptop stickers would be a huge thing.
Yeah.
Like
I'll-
just the hat is just.
Yeah, it's like a bad way to start.
Like the
just
logo,
for-
he's got something going with the logo because the logo creates unity and it depicts it correctly.
Because he's already
Now
marketing
he's got to
just
do
for
something with the
hats.
name.
Yeah.
That would be the biggest thing. You have to create a unifying brand, but at the same time represents. It's tough to do. Individualistic cities, or in this case towns, to and then be like, oh, okay, we all come together and it's uniting as one of us as Long Island. That's the image you're trying to get at.
I'll follow the account like you post like cool pictures of like each big cool parts of like Long Island, like the beaches, like, the scenic
Yeah.
areas,
That's
like
Yeah.
cool like restaurants, like
Pencil.
I don't know, like if this the pencil. Yeah. If it's like exciting photos and like I'll follow
That's
it.
what I'm saying. Like scenic. Like I just like scenic accounts. Like,
Yeah,
you see
like,
like cool
yeah.
pictures. Like
Like the mountains and whatnot,
Exactly.
like looking over the city, that would be
we
awesome.
don't got too many mountains around
Yeah.
there.
All the mountains on Long Island.
Yeah. I forget.
The
Yeah.
mountain ranges.
You moved, yeah, you moved.
I moved. I moved
15.
I know we kind of talked about this too, but what do you guys think about when they should be sold? You guys are saying
Summer.
seasonally.
Definitely
Go
seasonally.
Yeah.
100%.
Unless you like,
Spring.
unless you do beanies in the winter, and that's like a huge hit. But like,
So unless you open it
definitely,
up.
you open it up.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
I say like definitely beach. Like that's like where your most revenue
The
usually
hats
come.
can definitely. Oh, you know what I just thought of too? Another product, but this is only like perfect people would buy this. It's like you know those things that hold your glasses.
Oh yeah, sunglasses.
Yeah.
You put it on your neck.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Those would do
And
well.
then, then
Like
Tucker
even
has it.
lanyards. Lanyards.
Yeah.
That's why lanyards.
I know. Me neither. Me
If you
neither.
gave me $1,000 to wear that, I don't think I would.
I would.
Good.
Catch me at Dominican with those things. No, whatever.
That's a good wear, actually.
Yeah, but that could maybe
The
like,
hat
adding
could
something
only
like
be
that could.
seasonal, but like the little
Yeah.
things could probably.
He has
all
to
the time.
start with something besides hats to start off with.
Yeah.
Get the brand
He's
out.
limiting it already by like a lot of people. Like, no,
Yeah.
if you don't like a hat, that means you're not gonna like this. So
If you put the name, you're not going to buy the hat or anything
Yeah.
like that, or
Yeah.
the logo or anything. I mean, if you're not from Long Island, don't buy the hat. Basically,
yeah.
that's what he's saying.
So do you guys think that this hat should be strictly sold in Long Island tourist shops, or like hometowns? Like we find it like somewhere that we would only find it in Massapequa, or you would only
I-
find it in.
I feel like a lot of places that are very touristy also have like the
Hometown,
locals who are so
yeah.
dedicated. So
Yeah.
it kind of be like a weird mix. Like the Holy Send, for example. Like you have the locals who are like diehard like East Hampton, Sag Harbor people. Even
But
Fire
it
Island, the
attracts
10
the-
people who live there year round, you know, they would buy the hat. But like, then there's all the people who visit that it would just be.
Yeah, but like, if the
Weird.
if the
Long Island
majority of the
attracts more
people
people.
there are tourists, like you don't want to be selling them
Right.
something that says locals only
Yeah.
because they're not locals. So
If
why,
the
why would
tourists-
they
The
buy?
thing is, how many
And they may
people
not come
come
back.
to Long Island? Like, obviously,
Tourist only.
every single one of us has
Tourist
gone to a beach on Long Island, but how many people are also coming to see what we have here? You know what I'm saying? Like, people are attracted to Long Island, to the Long Island beaches. So like, you can't say you're not gonna sell them.
Yeah,
You're not
what
gonna sell them
about-
by
It's
the
like your
beaches.
normal town. I feel like there's not like, I mean, I feel like in Massapequa, like, there's no like, like, devoted like Massapequa like shops.
Yeah, like where are you gonna sell them? Like
Yeah.
Stop and Shop, like
Yeah,
on
like,
your way out.
where-
Like,
I
feel like you
You're
can
doing
all
sell
the
Yeah.
main
Like
clothing, like,
CVS,
you go to
like, or something.
Macy's, like it's not really like a
No,
Macy's
it's-
type
you
thing.
know.
It's-
Sell it at like Bunger.
Yeah,
Like
but,
Walgreens,
I don't
like,
even
I've
know what
seen
that
them stuff
is.
like,
Oh,
I don't know.
surf shop.
That's where you find
Yeah.
like New York Park stuff.
But even so, like I'm not gonna go to
Yeah,
Walgreens
it's
to like
not-
pick up that
Yeah.
hat. Like I'm gonna buy it online or
That's
when
what
I
I'm
go
saying,
to
like
the
a
beach
place
to
like
Fire
that,
Island
like,
and I
not-
see it there over
But
the
my
summer.
point
It's
is
like your main
all
purpose,
places
like-
don't
Yeah,
have that.
no.
When you go to CVS or Walgreens, you're not going in there to think for a Long Island locals hat, you know? Only.
Yeah.
You're
My
going in
point-
there to
yeah.
fill a prescription, you know, get condiments for the house. I don't know.
Condiments.
I feel like
That's for the house.
It have to be sold at like a family grocery store.
But
Yeah,
like,
like-
if
have to
poor
be
Jeff,
on
the
family.
point-
like poor Jeff, any of those shops can sell this.
exactly,
kind of
but like the point is like not every Long Island town like has
Has
like
a Port
those
Jeff,
shops.
yeah.
Like,
No. Yeah.
My, like
Holbrook
my
doesn't.
yeah,
No.
my town doesn't have anything like that. But like when
Sayville,
that's why when you go to the
Port Jeff.
Hamptons, like this is where it should be marketed and like this is where it should be promoted. Like the Hamptons, Montauk, where they have these shops. And like
So
when
you
you
guys
go
are
out,
thinking tourist.
when you go out into with the family after
Or
like a
Port
beach
Jeff.
day, and you go into the shop and see locals only, like bunch of Long Island, oh like cool family thing,
Yeah.
like let's all wear them in this picture, like you know.
It's
One
just
of,
a
the,
na-
one of the coolest hats I ever saw was Wally was wearing it, and it says HE, then it's the greater than I, but it's like
Oh, I
a
see.
God hat
Yeah.
saying like God is greater than I.
Yeah.
So what if it was like LI, like greater sign, something else? Because like the locals only is like
US.
it just throws tourists out of the whole like equation.
Mhm.
So if it was LI greater than or like Long Island or something,
Yeah.
like there needs to be like a tourist niche, I think.
Yeah.
Did he
Tourist
say
but-
tourist for his
Who's
primary?
next to you in that
market?
picture? Really?
Even if he
No,
just
like,
did
he
like,
doesn't- like
He doesn't
Target
know.
market. No, he doesn't know.
I
Like
don't
he
know.
he's thinking that it's gonna go to like locals, like town people, not tourists. But like he doesn't know where to sell them. That's half his problem. He's like, I don't know if I should go into tourist places. I don't know if I should go
I
into
think it's tourist places.
town
Yeah.
places.
I think we should go into like beach, like
Yeah, true.
crappy kind of towns.
Like towns with money.
Mm-hmm.
But like you said,
Towns that have a main street that has like shops and stuff like that.
So like, let me ask you two. Sorry, really quick. In Massapequa, could this be good in town? Like, what if Massapequa had a locals only little shop? Or like you saw it in somewhere in town.
What kind of store though?
I'm driving.
Like, I know we have like
Keep
that
on
like
driving.
athletic wear store in town. You guys know what I'm talking about?
Like just the soccer shop, like they would maybe sell them, but like no other store. Like
Well,
you can't
like-
find a Massapequa shirt in Massapequa really. Like I'm sure, like would you know where to go to find the shirt that just says Massapequa on it? Like no.
The soccer shop.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, so that's why it'd be hard
Yeah,
to
but
like.
it's not like promoting to like soccer. It's like trying to promote to the lifestyle.
yeah.
I know. But I'm saying like, there's no other place that I would try to like.
That's the
Models is not
point.
gonna like sell a locals only hat.
like I pictured
Like, it's like they're all over the world, not just all over the United States, not just.
Like Long Island is not big for like it's local social shops. Like unlike California, like you walk down California, you hit this would be like perfect on like a boardwalk or like the
Right.
Jersey Shore type of thing.
Mhm.
If he wanted to do that, but Long Island obviously doesn't have those things. Like you walk down California, San Diego, there's like surfer shops all down there, and he could just put them in there. Where this he runs into a problem. I mean, I'm not so familiar with the shops out east, but typically speaking, I know Nassau County he's completely done right then and there because Nassau County doesn't have anything like that for the most part.
Mm-hmm.
So that's where he's hurt. So, I mean, out east they have more of those like
It's
old
definitely
fashioned,
Suffolk
homey feel
food.
shops type of
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah.
So that's definitely his market out there. But then you're losing half the island right off the bat.
Mhm.
So you know.
Only place you can do it in Nassau is literally Jones Beach, and
The beaches.
yeah, the
It's
beaches.
all going back
yeah.
to like
There's no.
Wait, do you know if he's
towns.
from Suffolk or Nassau?
pretty sure Nassau,
Really?
but like middle of the island.
Is Northport Nassau? That's the only place I
Nah,
really
it's
think seen it.
That's Suffolk. It's not
Okay.
over from there.
Okay. Then yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, so this kind of gives off like a Suffolk type of feel,
Yeah, I agree.
like
So
for
you
selling,
guys are-
for selling,
sell.
to
It's
sell.
So we're to
snotty
sell.
bitches.
Yeah.
But that maybe that's telling about like the lifestyle that we sound.
Yeah.
Well, they would know better than I would because I don't live in Suffolk. But like I know like
Suffolk's
certain
nasty.
towns like the Hamptons, like when you get deeper out towards the island, like you you're feeling more of that like shop local, like one street with all the stores and the
Yeah.
movie theater. That's the type of thing you're going for.
Yep.
And the beach is right down the block.
And like boardwalks. I think that's like.
Yeah.
Okay. So last question is, have you guys? Let's talk about competition. Have you guys seen anything like
Yes.
this out there?
That thing
Yes.
on Shark Tank that I was talking about,
Okay.
pretty much the same thing, except avoids that whole locals only problem. So good for them, you know.
Or even though it'd be cool if you did like the hat that logos only on the back. Like, I mean, I know this is still like limiting it to not like tourists, like people, but like on the back you wrote like how you were saying like home on the back, like here instead of like each town name, just like wrote home, because like to me like I would like that, like without locals only and just like writing home, because that at least like means something to you, you know.
Yeah.
Like if I feel like if it just said the Long Island, it would already raise like its profits right away.
Really?
As in like tourists would buy a hat that says Long
Yeah, you
Island
buy-
with the shape of Long
You
Island.
buy a Florida
Because
t-shirt
you're not a
every
local.
time you go to I mean I do every time I go to Florida, so
Yeah.
every time we go
That's
somewhere
true.
I buy like any kind of shirt or something. But still, like I feel like that is nothing special though. You know what I'm saying? Like if it just says Long Island cut out on it, it's cool, but like
I like the idea of the Long Island shape for the logo.
Yeah, but that I've seen that 100 times. I think.
Really?
Yeah.
Well,
That's
Like-
like
Long Island.
like the
Like-
all those like the Montauk shit, like the end, like all those, right? That's like the
Yeah,
they use
like
the,
the end, they do
same
that.
logo, it's just
But like
the end.
even
What?
this, like the end, Montauk, the end, that. shit.
yeah.
Like this, like I've seen this logo without locals only on like everything, like sweatshirts, or even you know how I don't. This is a bad example, but you know like the Long Island, like shape with like it looks like bones, like it literally looks like you know what I'm talking about. With the
What about like
different
Island
forms.
Strong?
That's a
That's
thing.
fun.
That's
Like
a,
the fish
that's
one,
a brand,
is it?
isn't it?
Yo, watch
Long
the brand
Island Strong,
take off
isn't
and we're all
it?
sitting here
Something like that.
scratching it.
Yeah.
Strong Island or some shit.
I'm gonna show them.
Yeah.
You
It's
need
an actual
something
sentence.
catchy that like you just need
But that's
something catchy.
unifying
Yeah.
to Long Islanders. Like I would, like you would, like you know, like it's like people like with the. I mean, well, given they went through a tragedy, but like the Boston Strong, like people would be wearing Boston Strong stuff because they wanted to show their support for the city of the country. I mean, given everything happened to that extent, but at least that is more welcoming in and of itself.
I feel like I
It's
have
a sense of
couple
pride
times.
almost.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm just like
I just think locals only.
Your dad's a fucking
Yeah.
god.
Yeah. Because your market's so small.
Everybody's hat.
And then you're known for that person wearing a local owner's hat. And like, oh, like,
catching like
sick, dude.
great white.
Yeah.
Yeah, like-
I don't want to invite them to my town because they're
I
all.
would be- I would be-
locals.
Yeah,
You can't. You don't know where that's.
Yeah.
That hat in my house, boy.
You think it's very inclusive?
Yes.
yeah.
And a very inclusive
Oh,
place
my
to
dad
begin
said
with.
us through.
Yeah.
No offense, guys.
Well,
It's like Trump's
so
hat.
what are you
Yeah,
guys
right.
thinking about competition? Still, like, have you seen stuff like that? You said that you did.
Yeah.
You just see
My
stuff with like
ass
Long
was
Island
good.
like on it. So I mean like he needs
Without
to,
the locals.
Yeah, without the locals. So if he wants to
You're done.
be a competitor, he needs to think of something creative that's going to make
Yeah,
his
it's gotta
brand
be
stand
different.
out than just a Long
gotta be
Island
different.
symbol.
Like, in order to take off nowadays, like, you just gotta be different. And, like, this is just so, like, basic. Like, I've seen it too many times. Like, we were talking about Montauk at the end. Like, I've seen that too many times. Like, I'm already over that brand. Like, I don't want to see a new one of the same thing. Like, if that makes sense.
Right, Potsy?
Yep. Been there, done that. And plus, just, like, the design of the hat. Like, there's just so many other hats with the same...
Yeah, yeah.
Like, with
Same
not
material,
like,
same
I'm talking, yeah,
style.
it's not like the
Like the-
design,
the-
like, locals only, but
Yeah.
like just the same material,
Yeah,
the
like the
same
rope here.
trucker hat.
Yeah.
Yeah, like
It's nothing groundbreaking.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not
Everything's
like
been established just with a different logo.
And are these the actual hats that he's like using? Like these like
They're
literal
pretty
hats?
crappy.
Yeah,
Is
they're pretty
this-
like
is this supposed to
crappy
be
hats
flat?
too.
It's so cheap.
Or-
These would be
Yeah,
selling for so
so-
expensive.
I wouldn't buy the hat just because of the hat in general, and then the brand just throws it off even
I think
more.
you just need to go to the dating website
Yeah.
for like rich, middle-aged, single
My
women.
dad said he wouldn't buy it.
Who looking for
wow.
Your dad said he wouldn't.
No. Yeah, he wouldn't buy it.
He's caught in a great white shark.
Well, I'm gonna kiss my
So
brother.
that's-
my brother's
that
doing prep
lifestyle,
thing.
man. Right?
Wait, where's the thing?
He's a local.
Can someone-
Mickey,
Yeah,
I'm
he's
such
just
a
a
name
Long
here.
Island local.
Yeah, let's ask. If you guys can ask, that would be great.
Yeah, how old's
My
your brother?
Yeah,
he's
he's
like.
gonna be 17.
Alright,
He's
yeah.
on like.
If
watch
he
the-
says no,
He's on the fishing Jake's
If
on
he
the
says
side.
no, go to the dating website.
Yeah, yeah,
Yes.
yes.
Jake will say yes. Watch.
Jake will say yes. Actually, he'd be like, no, you fucking faggot. Like, you're gonna wear that shit.
Are we recording?
It's okay. I can crop it. I'm gonna crop like all that.
Honestly,
So our last question, I just wanted to ask, what do you guys think this brand could do to benefit themselves and make themselves more appealing or successful?
Change the name.
I think, well, first they should either change the name, and then like find like what they want to do is in like clothing or like articles of like like accessories or like clothing, and then like figure out like the bases in like beach themed or like find like a bigger target than it has now of just like that's what I take on it.
I think start off with smaller products like lanyards, because I feel like more people will buy lanyards and stickers and stuff like that, and then move on to the hats, the clothing, everything else. Because if you start small and you can hand stuff out for free to promote it, then you'll get people to like your business and like, ooh, what else do I have?
Yeah, you have to like start small where like you can't like get hit catastrophically, like making all these hats, like spending all this money and like nobody buys the hat. Like
Yeah, you have to see
get
who you're.
the point is like getting the point he's trying to make is like getting the brand out. So like the way to get the brand out is by like cheaply like showing off like stickers at first. It's like, oh, this is kind of cool. Like locals only. Like I kind of dig this. Like alright, like Long Islanders only. And I don't even know. I feel like you just gotta start off like small. Don't dream big, kid. Crush your dreams.
I think it would be more successful if he had like little products. I mean, I don't know if he wants to like live off whatever earnings he makes from this. I would say it would be like a side job. Like he would make decent money as a side job doing this, like with stickers and hats maybe, but
Yeah, I don't think you can make a
I mean,
career off this.
you could also
yeah.
lose money
yeah.
tremendously if you go down this path and it fails miserably.
I think he's gonna lose a lot of his dad's money on this one.
If you leave locals only on it, you're not gonna make a big profit at all.
I mean, essentially, I think what everyone's saying here is you have to start from scratch. Like he has something working with the logo, but then you want to go the fashion role, and you're going into one of the hardest industries of all time, because just of all the established brands to begin with. So you want to create a community sense. Well, then you can't be making all these different products. You can't be making hats, keychains, wristbands, all these things, lanyards, all this stuff, because that all goes to different production costs, and you're going into different industries. So now you're all over the place, and next thing you know, you're trying to center back to one thing. So essentially, he has to start from scratch. he has to start from scratch, and particularly like exactly what they said. Start off small, but they have to pick one market. You want to make keychains, you're making keychains. You want to make a hat, you're making hats. I mean, you gotta rename the thing. You can't do locals only. You're exclusive only. Like,
The market's so small then.
it's just like you're hurting yourself. You're literally kicking yourself right in the foot. Like you're tripping before you jumped out of the. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. I would start from scratch personally.
So, does everyone here think that we should scratch the name?
Yeah.
I like
One.
Yeah.
Yeah. All 8.
Yeah.
Really, every single person here thinks.
I like the Long Island thing. I just don't like the locals only thing. Like the
Yeah, I like
wording.
Long Island enough to buy something that says Long Island. Just not.
If he changed it to Long Island, yeah, I would honestly like
Only
that.
way I would buy something that says like locals only would be like if I put something on my wrist like this, or like something
Yeah,
small.
something
Something small
small
that's
that's
not
Oh,
showy.
that's a good idea.
Yeah.
That's like
I'm not trying to
obnoxious,
flash
you
off
know
like
what I'm saying?
locals.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
It's not
like something
arrogant.
small like a wristband, like usually people put this in like, I mean it depends
Can't
what
really
you're wearing
see
it
it.
for, but like
Yeah.
yeah.
Or like
People
socks or
stuff on their
something.
wrist, yeah, it's something small. If he's going with that name, if he's stuck with that name and he doesn't want to change it, then I would suggest something. The only things that are small, and it's because you're wearing a hat like that, like you're creating like an image for yourself that
very
other people
showy.
from other towns aren't gonna necessarily be as welcoming to.
And if he leaves the name locals only, I think he should make it into a beach theme because you could sell a lot more like sandals, like anything for the beach. People would buy more than just like fashion.
Yeah.
There's a lot of variables though.
Yeah.
He's got to get.
Depends, like
He's
yeah.
got to get loans to jumpstart this thing. I mean, then you gotta. I mean, I know I said it before. My fellow peers mocked me with the licensing fees and all this other stuff. He is going down like a really, really rough coast. And my thing is like, it's not just as simple. Oh, I want to buy a hat and sell it. Like you gotta pay for it to be on the shelf. You have to pay for production. I mean,
And
listen,
that
if he's
was-
got a loan, God bless, good for him.
Yeah.
But then you're if you don't have a center idea of what you want to do, then you're gonna lose your money
Yeah.
because you don't know how to market your
Just send
product.
me a snap, like, it's
So,
wrong or something.
I don't know who to market to. Yeah.
Old man.
That's why distribution was like a huge thing. He doesn't know. But I'm thinking if he's gonna stay with locals only, that it's gonna have to be the beach here.
I think he has to do some research too. I think he has to, because it sounds like from what you've said so far, that he doesn't even know what he wants to do. He kind of like threw out this patch and was like, hey, I put it on a hat. Maybe I'll go over here. Or he's got to have more. If he wants to, if he's legitimately thinking about starting this business,
Mhm.
it's not like not just like a school project. But if he's legitimately thinking about this, like he's got to pick a field, pick a name, and then he's got to run with it, and he's got to test it out. I mean, that's the only way you can go down and see if you're successful or not.
I agree. Do you guys agree?
That's it.
Need to watch the Oscars.
Okay. Thank you all very much.
I feel so bad for this kid.